do. And by doing that, did it work? No. Yes. Come on though. Uh-oh. There we go. Is it loading? We're loading? We're loaded. There we go. Hi, welcome back. I don't know where my mic is, so I don't know how well you guys can hear me. So hopefully you hear me. Okay, so I want to go on part 2 here for narcissist. If I can manage to talk properly. A few things I read up on more today that I added to my notes and whatnot, so we'll see what happens. Okay. So let's go. Where should we go? Let's start off with 8 things that narcissists worry about every day. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go for first. I'll be addressing some of the things that narcissists worry about quite often and why. What we need to remember is that narcissists are driven by fear. As a result, they are prone to be paranoid and anxious, and there are things that the narcissist worries about on a daily basis that keeps them on edge and super defensive. And in many instances, their cause of worry is not justified, but because of their paranoia, they are convinced that these concerns they have are real. So today I have 8 things that the covert narcissist in particular worries about quite often, and in some cases you'll be able to see how these worries affect the way they operate or behave with the people around them. Worrying is a natural part of life. Everyone worries from time to time. But with narcissists, as I said before, the things that they worry about is due to their paranoia, which is motivated by their need to protect the fragile ego. And although my focus is the covert narcissist, some of the things will be applicable to all the different kinds of narcissists. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so one of the first things a covert narcissist worries about is being abandoned. Narcissists have a fear of abandonment. They do feel that with many people, it is only a matter of time before they may want to leave. This is why gaining control of someone mentally and emotionally is so important to them, or getting someone to be financially dependent on them, because the narcissist is is all about keeping people trapped and having them do what they want them to do. That's the only way that they can have some sort of guarantee that this person will not leave them. And the power to discard will be the narcissist's choice alone, which is how they prefer it. So the narcissist's fears of abandonment can be triggered very easily. For example, if you don't respond to a text message in a timely manner, which I've dealt with so many times, and it's like, I just don't look at my phone. I'm sorry. If for whatever reason they are unable to get a hold of you, if you're late for a meeting, all these everyday things can cause narcissists to worry about abandonment. It is a bit extreme, but it is how the mind of a narcissist works. Uh-oh. Highway 407 notification. What is this? I don't know. That's weird. The next thing that the covert narcissist worries about is losing respect. Narcissists do not just desire respect, they demand it. Their ego cannot handle anything less, especially after working so hard on that fake image and fake persona, which is everything to them. As a result, their fear of losing respect drives them to pay close attention to how people interact with them. They observe your facial expressions and pay close attention to not just what you say, but how you say it. If they spot the slightest change in the way you greet them or speak to them, especially your tone of voice, it will cause a narcissist to think that you are about to be disrespectful towards them, and they will become super defensive or keep their distance by going silent. Holy crap. So I'm reading this. It's like I think of my own personal situation and why I'm here right now, and it's like I wish I would have known all this. things got taken the wrong way. Like they they say they heard a tone and they added words to a sentence that weren't even there. And it's like, then they started talking all this shit about me and like just, oh well. Third thing, they worry about. Oh, the third thing that they worry about is others spotting their flaws or weakness. That is why whatever projects they undertake, they prefer to do it with someone else, so that it all goes pear-shaped. They can put the blame on them. Working with others can help a narcissist to avoid taking responsibility. Kind of disagree with that, sort of. Narcissists do not like working alone, but they are happy to take all the praise when something is success. Or is a success. Also, if their flaws or weaknesses are spotted, it makes them open to critics. And because of their fragile ego, narcissists hate being corrected, even if it's for their own good. That's why in public they ensure that they are delivering what people want from them, because the last thing they want is for someone to find fault. So this worry of theirs motivates them to represent themselves well in public to the best of their ability. They want what everything they they want that everything they say and do to be accepted without complaint or critique. Didn't sleep last night. Remember, I made the video, so this is like day 3, I think. Another thing narcissists worry about on a daily basis is being just average. It is a scary thing for the narcissist to be counted as the same as everyone else. They do not want to be viewed as your equal. They want to be viewed as better than you. That is why a lot of their time and effort is invested in their image and their achievement. Apart from wanting something to brag or boast about, it is important that they have more or have done more than their peers. It is all about remaining relevant and in the spotlight, and because whatever they do or accomplish is never enough, that fear remains with them. The fifth thing narcissists worry about on a daily is not being the center of attention. They worry about being outshined, whether it's by a work colleague, a friend, a partner, their own child, etc. Narcissists silently compete with everyone around them, and they love being the center of attention and will do what they can to keep that attention all to themselves. The sixth thing narcissists worry about is being taken advantage of, which is ironic, as this is something they would do to anyone and everyone. But it is for that same reason why they worry that someone may be taking advantage of them. So they are very suspicious and paranoid and look for ways to cheat others before others cheat them. The seventh thing, the worry about the seventh thing that they worry about is being embarrassed or made fun of. Narcissists are very pretty and insecure. Sorry, petty and insecure. They can dish it out, but they cannot handle it when it comes back around. Some narcissists also practice self depreciation to beat others to that punchline, but it's also a way to fish for compliments. Basically, narcissists do not want to be the butt of anyone's joke. They are easily offended, and anyone who laughs at them or embarrasses them will be marked for destruction. And one last thing that they worry about is not having enough control. Manipulation is the key to control. Narcissists want people who they can manipulate to do, feel, and think the way they want them to. That is why they go for positions of authority. It's very important that the narcissist is in a position of influence. Now, out of narcissists, no, I'm not gonna read that one. Oh, yeah, I think this was part of that note. Something else that was written there. It is important that they are in a relationship with someone that they can manipulate and control, because if the narcissist could have sufficient control, then they won't have to worry about being abandoned, exposed, disrespected, etc. As I always say, control is everything to the narcissist, and the more control they can have, the better. But because they are never content, They always think they can have more. So they are always on the hunt for new sources, supplies, that they can bring under their control. But to conclude, as we can see, the narcissist paranoia and discontent is what keeps them on edge. They are also obsessed with protecting their image. All of their worries are very self-absorbed. Narcissists have no concerns about the welfare of others. They are more preoccupied with numerous irrational fears of others hurting or embarrassing them. Okay, that's it for today. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to read that one. That one's too big right now. Okay. Okay, so this is a really, 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 really big one. How do narcissists fake being normal? The explanation is shocking. See, the problem with this, oh my lord, it's if there's gonna be so much to read. I got like so much to read for this one. So we're gonna do a big one right now. Let's get it out of the way. Right, you can make that list smaller. Okay, so how do they fake being normal? If narcissists cause so much damage, how is it possible that they fool so many people, including trained professionals, therapists, and legal institutions, and they go unnoticed? How is their statistical prevalence so low? Let's try to get answers to these questions by discussing how narcissists fake being normal. Narcissists are actors. They create this false self from a very young age, the structure of which has all the personality traits to create a mirage for others. They mimic all the characteristic traits like being affectionate, being charming, being kind, being pleasant, being caring, being empathic, being there for you, and by mimicking all of these traits, they dupe you because they can get around your critical factor. If someone comes across as the whole package and knows how to use these personalities, their pseudo personality traits against you to make you think that this person is a wonderful being and it's a one lifetime experience. How on earth would you be able to detect that narcissism? How on earth would you be able to see the narcissist behind the facade or the facade? Sorry. You wouldn't, and that's why they're chameleons. The monsters they're hiding won't come out until they know you've fallen for them or they've created some kind of dependency on you, and you wouldn't be able to leave easily or do anything about the monster that lives within them. The fact is that they put on this false persona of being a nice, amazing, caring, charming, present, pleasing, affectionate, compassionate, and empathic person just to delude you and prey on you. This is how they fool you, and you need to know that you are not a fool for falling for all of this, because people tend to think and find good in others, and that is what you did because they came across as this thing. You did not know that it was a lie, and you did not know that it was an illusion. Fake empathy. Empathy is one of the most important emotional states for a human being to experience because it informs them about how the other person is feeling and how to connect with others. This is a foundational and basic block for trust to develop. You have to be empathic and compassionate towards others, and the narcissist has none of it in their personality. So what do? They feigned it up. So by faking empathy, you think that they're as normal as others. You think that there is nothing wrong with them, and how on earth would someone be able to imagine that this person who is crying right now and was being so empathic, caring, attentive, thoughtful would be a monster deep within? Nobody would, because again, we do not need to think in those ways. We are influenced by what we experience through our sensory perceptions, and our sensory perceptions are what the narcissist creates for us, thus making it really difficult to see beyond what we feel and how they make us think and feel for them. So essentially, it's the narcissist controlling your perception of them and then fooling you through those perceptions. That is the truth of it. And the truth is also that they do not have any empathy. The concept of empathy is alien to them. They do not know what it means to be loving or empathic, which really sucks. The only person they can ever be loving towards, like loving or empathic towards, is themselves, when it's not true empathy. It's pseudo empathy, because empathy is felt towards someone else, not yourself. That would be self-absorbed. They rewrite history. They would go around convincing people that they were the victims and you were the perpetrator. They will twist stories, create false narratives, and weave into false ones, lies, and creating a web of those for you to be stuck in them. As someone who is third party listening to the story, what happens between the narcissist and the victim? Well, the narcissist is again able to elicit the sympathy and your empathy for them and see them as this poor being who was wronged, who was abused, who was taken advantage of, and then use your empathy against you so that you can eat up the narratives and just accept them as they present them without objectively considering the stories of both parties and then deciding on your own. They just do not give you this space. They overwhelm you with this victimhood of theirs and then force you into thinking that they were victimized in a relationship. And the real victim is being projected, or made the perpetrator in the story when none of it was true. By nature, they're pathological liars, which means the lies that they speak are so strong and seem to be the real truth, and have the convincing power of making you believe that they think to be true because they believe their own lies. So that explains everything. But that is why they are able to convince others that they are able to influence you. But none of the parts of the story are true. It's all a lie to get people's attention, gain sympathy for the narcissist by making them feel sympathy for the narcissist's fake acts of kindness or altruism. When narcissists fear that people are into them and they're about to find out, find them out for who they are, they would just pull the random act of kindness out of the bag of tricks and techniques. They would do something so kind that it would make you think, wow, what a kind person this is. Maybe I was wrong. So generous he or she is. How could they be abusive? How could they be so unkind? This is the most compassionate person that I have ever come across. They could do things like give charity and give huge amounts. They would donate everything they had. They would just connect with these organizations that do the work for, like, human welfare, welfare of children, welfare of animals, and that would confuse the hell out of you, because you would really, really wonder, like, how can this person be so dark when they're doing all of this on a surface level? But you do need to know that the narcissist was and is connected with none of these acts. These are just the acts written in the script of their narcissism. They know that if they were to do this, if they were to follow this line or say this thing, they would get a specific outcome. They know what the outcome is going to look like from their years and years of practice of this, their narcissistic traits and their reinforcement of them. They know that if they were to do this one thing, you were going to think that way, and that way is how they want you to think about them, because image also matters a lot for them. They invest everything they can to just create this false image of being this wonderful person and do everything their capacity, everything in their capacity to maintain it. So if a person is obsessed in maintaining an image and doing unimaginable things, how can people find the real person behind their the fakeness? Nobody would question, because they see these grand gestures of kindness and altruism, and that that mask their, like, true dark personality. They will just be fooled right away and fall for the narcissist right away, and that is how it happens. Unfortunately, that is how many, if not most, of the victims get isolated in their experiences because no one believes them. The narcissist is the wonderful, amazing person on the outside, but no one knows what happens inside the four walls, and only one who is very closely attached to them knows them for who they are, like the spouse, the child, or whoever knows what the real deal is. As a survivor of narcissist abuse, if you fell for these tricks, the things that they did, do not think that you were a fool. You're a human being who believes in trusting others, who wish to see the good in others, who strives to make their projected of fabricated reality a reality, the real truth. But of course, it isn't about you. So you couldn't do anything about it. It's about them. It's about the evil nature that makes them take advantage of other people and their emotions and prey on them. It's not about you at all. I want you to know that you're a wonderful human being. Yes, you. Who knows what it is to experience compassion, empathy, and affection, and what it is like to connect with others without any malicious intent. I hope that this helps you be able to understand how narcissists fake being normal, and that it validated your experiences. If you found anything I'm saying useful, please, like, give me some feedback in the comments or whatever. Like, I'll listen. I'll whatever. I'm exactly going through that, like, the whole thing about, like, playing victim and this and that. It's like, well, I hate being accused of things. I can't stand it when I'm accused of something, or I tell you, like, the first 3 times very nicely, like, no, but then all of a sudden it's like, what the hell? So gotta do a quick check, make sure no one's trying to get my attention here. No one's ruining anything. No. Perfect. Camera is stuck. Video maintain smooth streaming. Such viewers will experience buffering. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. What do I do? How do I change my status of streaming? Stream status. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. Oh well. I don't know what to do. Going back to my notepad. Okay, so what else can I talk about right now? 6 things that will happen when the narcissist decides to teach you a lesson. Just 6. Just 6. Okay. So narcissists operate with an attitude of entitlement. They want to take charge and control everything. They must be the authorities. Whenever there are conflicts between you and the narcissist, one of the most common responses of a narcissist is to teach you a lesson. What happens when the narcissist decides to teach you a lesson? Wow. Well, a lot of bullshit, that's for sure. Today we'll learn 6 things that will happen when a narcissist decides to teach you a lesson. The narcissist gives you the silent treatment. Yes, the silent treatment is a popular tool used by narcissists to punish someone who has misbehaved. It is used by narcissists to control interactions and punish their victims. The silent treatment is a powerful tool for creating change. As social beings, we crave attention and approval. On the other hand, the narcissist has no desire to connect with others, simply to meet their wants. The narcissist's purpose in the silent treatment is to make you believe you are in the wrong, apologize, and then blame yourself entirely. They have essentially created a situation where you have accepted responsibility. At the same time, they sit back and wait for you to come to them. They can remain under silent treatment for as long as necessary, because the purpose of it, or the purpose is not to build a connection. The silent treatment can be damaging to relationships for many reasons. Like, one reason is that it disables all communications. When one partner refuses to discuss an issue, things go unresolved. The partner being punished by the silent treatment feels as though their emotions are invalidated, destroying the trust required for a successful relationship. 100% true. 100% true. Silent treatment, like, that's the first go-to, and it's like, you know what? No, I tried giving the silent treatment as you do this to me, I'm gonna do this to you. When I got told to stop making music, then all of a sudden she tried to stab herself in the arm. It's like she just needed that attention. It's just all about attention. And then with the smear campaign she's doing, like, she's putting herself right out there. Like, I'm talking shit about my husband, I have him blocked, and people give me attention, please, please, please. And it's like, I'm right here. I know I was working a lot, but I'm right here. Like, we had a good night, a good day, good night. So I thought. And then the next day I went into work, and then all of a sudden there's a TikTok video posted like, "Well, you made me like this." I was like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" And it's just, next one is gaslighting. It's a psychologically manipulative technique used to cause someone to doubt their reality and memory. You're making things up that never happened, and you're being dramatic, which are all common gaslighting statements. Narcissists use this gaslighting technique to teach their victims a lesson. When a victim is regularly gaslighted, they develop a low self-esteem and emotional dependence on the narcissist during a gaslighting conflict. They may feel a range of emotions, from uncertainty and rage to frustration. They find themselves running in endless circles, both out loud and in their heads. This type of back and forth is exhausting and can be damage to their self-trust. The purpose of gaslighting is to have their victims doubt their perception. Narcissists' goal is to evade accountability while progressively causing you to create an emotional dependence on them. Once you can properly determine when gaslighting is happening, you can start interrupting the cycle. Narcissists will verbally, emotionally, and physically abuse you for a year straight. Narcissist abuse I just gotta double check something here. Okay. No. Okay. Narcissist abuse is emotional abuse in which a narcissist is primarily concerned with themselves and may control their partner's behavior and emotional conditions through words and actions. Narcissists may verbally, emotionally, and physically abuse you once they want to get revenge and teach you a lesson. Yes, yes, and yes. The effects of narcissistic abuse can vary depending on how long a relationship can be tolerated. You can feel as though you've entirely lost track of yourself. As a sort of conditioning, narcissistic abuse can damage your sense of self-worth. You might not feel like the person you were before all this happened. Many victims of narcissistic abuse fail to recognize themselves in the mirror because they no longer see their actual reflection peering back at them. You can also have trust issues with other individuals and continuously doubt or second guess yourself. You may begin to believe that you are not good enough, or that you contributed to the abuse in the first place. This might lead to guilt and humiliation, preventing you from seeking treatment. You may also have difficulty making decisions. Simple decisions may perplex you, or you may feel unable to make any decisions at all. Narcissist tests will demand a lot of things from you, like a lot. Aside from the supply they receive from you, narcissists still demand various things to teach you a lesson. A narcissist must be the best, the most intelligent, and the most capable. They do everything their way, own everything, and have complete power over everyone. Narcissists will go to any length to obtain their desired outcome. They often lack compassion and cannot connect deeply with others, even those closest to them. Narcissists will seek attention and approval. They will continuously seek your approval and praise to boost their fragile egos, but no matter how much you provide or give them, they'll always want more. A narcissist needs for validation is like a funnel. You pour in encouraging words and they flow out the other end and disappear. Despite your self-centered, grandiose brags, narcissists are very insecure and terrified of falling short. No matter how often you tell a narcissist that you love, appreciate, or approve of them, they never feel it's enough. This is because they don't feel anyone can truly love them. Which, like, I lost sight of myself and things that I used to do a few years ago now. When I was doing property maintenance, I was still kind of doing nature stuff, so I don't think that really counts, but doing painting and renovations and stuff like that, I don't take the time to thank trees and nature and stuff like that and show appreciation to everything around me. I'm not grounded no more, and without being grounded the way I used to be, I noticed that there's certain things with her that I wasn't doing no more, but I miss doing them. I asked the question in this one group, support group I'm in now, and I haven't got my answer yet, but other people have asked the question in the past. But narcissists and drugs, like addiction, it will amplify the tendencies of a narcissist. Like, it's just right in your face style thing. And that's what kind of happened with my situation, where it was amplified to the point where it was like, what the fuck? Like, yo, you can't handle your shit. Meanwhile, they were always like that. I just never saw it because, you know, they're actors. But anyways, oh, this is what I'm dealing with right now too. Narcissists will block you and ignore you on social media. They've been blocked for almost a whole year. Sorry. It's common for narcissists to block you on social media once they go into a silent treatment or to teach you a lesson after a heated argument. Narcissists love to play the game where they ignore you and assume you will come running to them to find out what is wrong. Narcissists have this victim mentality, and everything in this world boils down to them being the victim. They never take responsibility for themselves and point fingers at everyone else, or worse, you. Block or ignoring is their way of changing the game, looking angry at you, and avoiding a conversation with you because you will figure them out and catch them in a lie. They need to buy time and come up with a new reason, and one of their weapons is time. Once a little time has passed, they can more easily accuse you of saying something you never said and shift the sequence of events. While blocking or ignoring you, they may be playing other games such as smearing or cheating on you with something they have already tapped. If you ignore them, they will modify the game and come to you playing like a victim. Narcissists tell you that they are not ignoring you, that they are having problems in some other way, and that they genuinely need you. Like, they need you, but you are ignoring them. They will then expect an apology. Then they will go around making the apology publicly and telling everyone how they got you to apologize for everything you did wrong. Yep. 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 So yesterday I mentioned about the a month and a half of going through my stuff and talking all this shit about me, and then a 3-day apology before it disappeared. At one point, like as it was hitting close to the month, like the three weeks in, I was so upset. Like I went on Facebook. I apologized. I had tears running down my face and everything. It's like I'm not trying to argue with you. I don't want to fight with you. I never want to fight with you. Like stop this, please. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. One of the charges I have to deal with right now was when she was acting like she was about to pack up and just leave. It was like, please stop doing this, and I hugged her. Well, she's trying to get me charged for assault for that because it was an unwanted touch. See, I don't want to dive too much into my situation, but long story short, I tried to get the police to help me get my kids out of the house for their safety. I was then arrested for assault, strangulation, and uttering a threat. And then I was arrested again for a breach. That got released. And then another breach got released. And then they showed up when I was working one day. Like, they showed up, and what the hell was it that they, 2 historical things. That was one of them, the hugging. Because I hugged my wife, said I didn't want her to leave. It's fucked up. Anyways, what was the last thing I said? Oh, apologizing for you what you did wrong. That's right, okay. Narcissists will use projection or blame shifting. That's how I know she was having an affair, unfortunately. It hurts. It fucking hurts. Like, I'm not stupid. One of the first songs I put, I say right from the beginning, right? And it's just, it sucks. Anyway, the hell, yes, that's what I just said. Blame shifting. Narcissists will call out and teach you a lesson using projection or blame shifting. Any blame you throw on a narcissist is projected back onto you. If they're upset, they'll redirect the accusation and blame it on you. When a narcissist begins to lose control and their image of superiority and grandiosity is threatened, they will blame the scapegoat. Projection is how they reveal who they are and what they're doing. A narcissist exposes who they are and what they're doing through process of projection. They refer to you as what you are through projection. They refer to you as what you are through projection. They accuse you of carrying on their planned action. Narcissists don't want to cope with the uncomfortable emotions, so they will dump it all on you. They project it onto you to avoid having to deal with their shame. And when the narcissist projects these things onto you and don't take it personally, you'll be able to recognize, nope, that's not me. So you'll be able to laugh about it, and you'll be able to let it go and understand it's not personal. So be confident in your abilities and be firm in claiming your reality, so that the narcissist can't get away with the projection. It's challenging to be in a relationship with a narcissist. Despite your best efforts, the narcissist sees everything as your fault. You are to blame for anything that does not go as planned. Every heated argument, conflict, and disagreement is an opportunity for narcissists to teach you a lesson that will invalidate your feelings and frequently cause you to doubt anything. Every time a narcissist gives you a study, he or she destroys your inner being even more. Do you know a narcissistic person? How do you stand against them? Right, so that's that one. So I'm gonna take all this stuff that I just read, and I want to delete it. I want to see how big this little thing on the side, my little scroll bar, I want to see how big it gets, because these were big notes. I wanted to nail a couple of them off. Give me a second. This thing goes really slow for some reason. Yeah, that scroll mouse is just not working. Oh, there's the gas light. 6 things to teach you a lesson. Okay, so that one was for sure going to go. Fake being normal, that was another big one. Fake empathy, okay. And I think what is this one? 8 things we worry about every day. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna take these 3 notes. I don't think it's gonna take that much of a chunk back. Only because I saw where the scroll was. It was at the halfway mark. Well, it's near the top, so it might actually work. Bye bye. Not really. So many notes. So I want to see how long this video is. I want to try to keep these things shorter, so there's going to be more than 5 episodes. And I keep having errors, so. Where's my timer? It's all the way over here. It is somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, 41 minutes. 41 minutes, not bad. Okay, so I want to stop it here for now and reflect on that. Just because there's so many things that I just said that are sucks. See, when you're devoted, you know, the honeymoon stage, when you're devoted to your spouse or your partner, you put them above everything already. They are your superior. So maybe that's why the first 6 years I didn't have that many problems. The odd time here and there we'd have like dumb little arguments, and I always try to apologize. It wasn't until last year when she quit on me for everything, like she quit a few things last year, that I came to the realization that it is what it is. It's you're making me now have like a shower repeating your hurtful words to myself over and over and over again, trying to convince myself that it's true. I'm a piece of shit. Oh, I should read the co-parenting ones. I saw it too. She hasn't let me see my kids for two months now, and she's been conditioning them, unfortunately. And she's conditioning them to the point where she's making it seem like I don't care about them. To hurt me even more, I have a feeling she's trying to get the girls to call her new boyfriend dad. And it hurts. It's today was actually a really rough day at work for me. It just really sucks. Like everything just sucks right now. I just want to go home to my family. I miss my family. I love my family. Sammy Sam. Can you see my comments? I can see them now, Sammy. Okay. Hello. In your opinion, are most domestic abusers narcissists? Well, to answer this question, because I'm up on charges for domestic, no. Most of the people that are getting hit with the abuser title are the victims. So I'll be fighting my charges, right? With fighting my charges, unfortunately, like I don't want to go to war with her. I really don't. I want to patch things up, but it's also written everywhere that when you have a chance to get away from a narcissist, go. Don't look back. Just fucking go. If you get that freedom, go with that freedom. I want to know if there's a way to turn on notifications, or if it came here. No, it didn't. I try to figure that out. So, do I hit an at Sammy? At Sammy. No. They are the victims. Well, why did that not work? No, they are the victims. Victims. At least, I think. There we go. Now he'll get that message. So, it's just, it sucks. Okay. Let me re-answer this. In your opinion, are most domestic abusers narcissists? Yes, actually. Yes, the abusers are the narcissists. But they're so cunning and, like, they have to be the more smarter person, so they're going to make themselves the victim instead of the abuser. And there's nothing we can do about it. Which really sucks. It really sucks. Like I said, I think I got like 6 or 7 charges now. 6 or 7 charges. Okay, you're here now. Okay, so no. To answer your question, the answer is no, but the answer is yes. So, are they the abuser? Yes, but they will lie. I'm up on 7 charges right now, while she plays victim. Charges of things that never even happened. So it's like, are you kidding me? I got removed from my home. I called the police. No, I'm not a narcissist. No, my wife is, but she'll turn around. A narcissist will tell everyone that you are the narcissist, and then try to make themselves look like they're a victim and something good. No, I'm empathic. I have feelings. I care about other people. I'm not one to care about myself. That's why I'm doing this, what I'm doing right now. Like, so I did all this research to try to share this information so that hopefully it can reach people, because I was so blindsided by what happened. Yeah. So it's like, I have no idea what the hell. Like, for the last year, I've been mentally abused and being called a narcissist like every single day. Like, and it's like, you're toxic. You're fucked in the head. But I love her. I love her with all my heart. But she's incapable of loving other people. Narcissists can't love. They don't have feelings. The only people they care about are themselves. And then you think about the bigger picture. So this has been fake for the last 7 years. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it really, like, it takes a toll on you. Like, so I really, this is the second part. The one I did yesterday was more for the victims, people that are empathic and all that, mental illnesses that can happen to your psychosis and everything. All the stuff I'm researching, it's literally to help out people that need to know answers. Because even myself, I needed the answers, because what the fuck happened? That's not the woman I married. If I quit my jobs, like how it used to be, and just devote everything to her, so I'm devoted to my wife. I'm already devoted to her, but she wants all my attention. It's like, okay, I'll quit all my jobs, just start paying the bills again, and I'll make you feel like you're up here on this pedestal. I think narcissists people were abused in childhood. Yes, okay, so, and I was reading that. That was actually something I did read up on. Is most times it is something to do with their childhood trauma. So That's something I want to read in the near future, probably on part 4 or 5. And yes, I agree. I deserve better than how I was treated. Um, Everyone does. No one that has been in a relationship with a narcissist will turn around and say, I deserve getting treated like that. When it happens, it's just, you're blindsided. You are straight up blindsided by the whole thing, and it's a real shit deal. Like I said, like I'm up on charges while she plays victim, but none of this happened. She put strangulation marks on her own neck, and she recorded me playing with my daughter, but edited the video and said I punched her. Like, my little 3-year-old is like, are you fucking kidding me? So, just so much shit, so much shit. And I was like, this isn't right. Like, yeah, and they get physical. They do get physical. That is one of the traits: emotional, physical, and mental abuse. So I had emotional and mental abuse for the past year, like, just so many times. And it wasn't until she started calling me a narcissist all the time, and then one of my friends telling me, like, yo, just so you know, like, normally this is what happens when a narcissist. So I didn't even know what the hell the fucking word meant. So I was like, okay. But when I looked at the list of the bulletins of a covert a narcissist, I'm like, these are all you. Like, there's nothing on it. Like, maybe, but no. On one, no. You don't, you're not supposed to hit back. Yeah, yeah. No, buddy. I feel ya. I've not seen. Last time I saw my daughters was at the CAS, over 2 months ago, and my daughter was in tears, like, for the first time ever. Like, Daddy, I don't want to go home. She wanted to come with me. And I know that mom's been abusing them at home. But because I have these charges on me, the way our system works here in Canada, cops don't give a shit because I'm charged. But I called the cops to have them help me get my kids out, but she lied to them and said I threatened her and did all this other stuff. So all of a sudden they arrested me. That's how our system works. And they left the kids in her care. And now she just dangles them. No, can't see them, can't talk. No, I don't want you talking to any of them. She put my own kids on a no contact list. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, she's. It hurts, buddy. It hurts. Uh, sort of. Okay. No, a psychopath is like a tree branch. Okay, so you got your trunk of psychopath, and you got all your branches. Each branch represents a different type of psychopath. So a narcissist would fall under psychopathic stuff, sure, only because pathological liars do, right? Pathological is under a psychopath. Pathological is under a narcissist as well. So they would have that in common, um, and they can be like, I would say, yeah, like, um, just some of the stuff that, like, that I'm thinking of that she's doing. Like, you're a fucking psycho. Like, why would you do that and then ruin people's lives and stuff like that? The way they do that, um, just the projectile awareness of what they do is, it's, and anytime that your ex would have turned around and said something to you that made no sense, accusing you of something, it's because they did it. They did it themselves. And the only time they would ever feel sorry or guilty for the bad thing they did to you is if you catch them red-handed in the act of doing something. It's the only time they'll feel guilty about it. But other than that, they don't care. I never did it. I never did it. And they'll take it to the grave. So it's just, yeah. I wore this shirt for this thing. And people keep thinking thinking I care. Weird. No, I'm not a narcissist, but this belongs to a narcissist, I would say. But I'm glad that because I was reading my notepad, it was covering the chat thing on YouTube here. So I'm glad I ended up looking at that and seeing that you actually did message me and that I was able to tag you to bring you back to take a look there. Um, so thanks for popping in and checking out some of the stuff. All right, everyone else, we're good. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and we'll do this again tomorrow.